Can't wait till we start live weapons training. Can't believe I was lucky enough to get this assignment.
Remember, head south out of town. You'll find the fog condensers along the road. You can't miss them.
Food. Stim packs. Fully stocked.
Those fog condensers are back online.
Good. Our water supply was starting to get low. Did you find Howard?
He died trying to get those condensers fixed. The man is a hero.
Yes. Yes, he is. I'll make sure we remember him as such. Well, I said it was paying work. 200 caps should be enough.
Captain, nobody's gonna want to help you out, unless you're prepared to pay a fee.
Well, I can't argue with that.
Keeping everyone supplied with water is worth a lot.
You drive a hard bargain, mainly.
Is there anything else I can do to help?
Don't know if you've chatted up the Mariner. I know Cassie Dalton was...
Thanks. Glad I can help you out.
That makes two of us. Now, here's your pay. I've got to start making arrangements for Howard. So I'll say goodbye.
I don't see why everyone isn't out to eradicate.
Mainlanders don't last long on the island.
Children of Adam are trying to kill us all. Drive us into the ocean.
Squire's gonna be so jealous when I get back. let me have a gun. Proctor Teagan is laughing. All yours, sir.
Got it.
graduate tonight and get to take on missions like this on my own. Someday, I want to be the best laser rifle shooter in the Brotherhood. It's not every day they let us squires out into the field. After today, it's gonna be hard to go back to patrolling the Pridwood. Lancer Captain Kells said it's gonna take a lot of hard work and discipline if I want to be as good as you.
Greetings! Welcome to Vault 118, your home away from home, underground. Are you the detective we sent for?
Yes, I'm the detective.
Thank goodness. Let me just open the door for you.
I can't wait till we start light weapons training.
Well, well.
We have many important residents. They're very worried.
What happened? Who died?
It's Mr. Parker, the primary owner and financier for the hotel. This is just a disaster. They're at the crime scene again.
Sounds like trouble.
Don't they realize that they're going to disturb the evidence? You'd better come with me, detective.
The other squires are gonna be so jealous when I get back. The other squires are gonna be so jealous when I get back.
What the hell you think you're doing? This is a crime scene.
Do you not see the glory of the thing, the artistry?
What the hell is wrong with you?
Excuse me.
Ezra, you have outdone yourself. This is your finest work. There is more emotion in his death than most have had in their entire lives.
Our friend is dead, Mr. Avita. Have you no respect?
I'm just saying that at least he had the decency to make a spectacle of it. There is nothing worse than
If I may,
It's not every day they
I
let
will
us
just have
squires
your
out.
attention.
You're sick.
I'm sorry for shouting. But the detective has arrived and shall begin the investigation henceforth. Please return to your rooms until the detective has examined the
See why
crime
everyone
scene
isn't out to
and had a
eradicate
chance
these
to come speak with
abominations.
you.
I guess someone wasn't a fan of robo-brains. At least not
Hello,
this one.
detective. How can I help? Did you have questions about the case?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
It's obviously Santiago. He keeps going back to look at the crime scene.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, as you probably know, I'm an actor. I don't like to brag about it, but my last picture, The Fighting Furies, it topped the box office.
Maybe later.
Okay. Just let me know how I can help.
Have a look at the crime scene for clues. When you're ready, we can discuss your findings. You are free to question the residents, but their safety is our priority. So unless you have solid evidence, I would avoid accusations.
Is this blood? Yes. Baseball bat. Huh. What is this doing here?
Protect and serve. Protect and serve.
Hey, you, got a sec?
You all right, Nick?
I wouldn't normally bother you with this sort of thing, but, well, I know I can trust you at this point. For as long as I can remember, I've been getting these, flashes. Memories of places I've never been. Things I've never seen. Memories of Nicks. They're not bad, they're just this inescapable reminder that I'm not the person I think I am. That I'm not a person at all. I'm just a machine, pretending to be human.
What kind of memories?
Everything. Old cases, old loves. I found myself running background on cases only to realize everyone involved's been dead for 200 years. Don't get me wrong, I know I'm in Nick's debt. These memories, they've kept me alive. Nick was a hell of a cop. A guy with good instincts and a good heart. I always counted myself lucky they didn't load me up with some ex-con, or whatever type might volunteer to let folks tinker with their gray matter. But it's thanks to Nick that I pass for human. Why I get to live cushy in Diamond City, and every other synth is shot on sight. I know I got it good, but my entire life I owe to Nick. Everything that makes me who I am. My judgment, my speech, hell, even my name. They're his. And I can't do a damn thing about it, because without them I'm nothing. A shell. All I want is a life where I have something I can call my own.
Is there any way we could separate you and Nick?
Don't think I haven't tried. Lost near a month of my life last time I mustered up the courage to let someone play brain surgeon on me. No. This is how it's gonna be. Living with another man's name, another man's life.
You've already built a life for yourself, Nick. You've got the agency, a home, friends.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You know, I'm just gonna need some time to think on this. I appreciate you hearing me out. You're a real good friend. Thanks. You know, there is this chunk of Nick Valentine history I've been hoping to put a bow on for a while now. I could use a hand if you're willing to take a crack at it.
What kind of history are we talking here?
Well, this one's straight out of the archives. Once upon a time, in the land of Boston, there lived a king of organized crime. Eddie Winter. He was a bad man who did a lot of bad things. Hurt a lot of innocent people. But he knew the end was coming. So he sealed himself inside a personal shelter, located underneath a sub-shop he used as a headquarters.
Eddie Winter was from my time. Real scumbag.
The story gets even more twisted. The arrogant bastard wanted to cheat death, live forever, so he could come out of that shelter someday into this brave new world. Sound familiar? Only Eddie didn't want to be a frozen banana. No cryo sleep for him, no. He invested his money in some sick, crazy radiation experiment.
You don't mean to tell me he used that radiation to...
That's right. Eddie Winter went and turned himself into a ghoul 200 years before it was fashionable. Hell, he was probably the first one. And I'm convinced that he's still locked inside that shelter. Safe and sound. Ready to come out and begin his evil reign all over again. I'm gonna find him and kill him, so that never happens. You in?
I don't get it, Nick. Why kill Eddie Winter, even if he is still alive? This sounds like some kind of vendetta.
I've got memories of a girl. My girl. They're not really my memories, I know that. They're Nick's. But the girl, she was real. She was beautiful and innocent, and Winter killed her. Now he's got to pay the price. So, knowing that, you in?
All right, Nick. Let's get the bad guy.
You're a good man. Now, I know where Winter's vault is, but the door is sealed with a complex numerical code. Lucky for us, Winter's arrogance knew no bounds. Back in the day, he recorded 10 holotapes, incriminating different criminal associates. On each one, he hit a single number. We find all of those holotapes, we get all the numbers. We get all the numbers, we get the code. And then we get Winter. I've been putting together a file on this one for a while now. There's a pair of holotapes in here worth listening to, including one of Winter's. I managed to snatch from the Cambridge police evidence lockup before getting swarmed by ferals. My gut tells me the Boston police evidence terminals are the key to cracking this one. It's probably worth paying a visit to any of the departments you might have stumbled across.
Message to Johnny Montrano. Johnny, you fat, lazy piece of shit. I knew this arrangement was too good to be true. Let's join forces with the North End, huh? Bury the hatchet, work mutually against a common enemy? Well, you put the nail in that coffin, huh, boyo? What did you have to do, Johnny, huh? What was your job? Sit in your car, on the corner. Keep your eyes open. If you see a uniform, you get out. Walk down the street, knock on the door, and let the fellas know there's trouble coming. Easy as pie, right? I could have got a 9-year-old from the projects to do it, but no. In the interest of Irish-Italian relations, I give the job to you. So what happens? Nothing. Nothing happens. You sit on your fat ass dribbling cannoli cream onto your third chin. You watch. You watch the uniform blow months of planning, all in 2 minutes. Congratulations, Johnny. You got me. You and your pals sure put the screws to old Eddie Winter. You should tell this funny story to your little girl when you tuck her in at night. In that corner bedroom, upstairs, pink wallpaper, little house on Prince Street. Yeah. Eddie Winter, signing off.
Hey.
I'm listening. How we doing on the hunt for Eddie's tapes?
What was it we were looking for again?
10 tapes recorded by that hooligan Eddie Winter. When you find them all, you bring them to me.
Still searching for them.
Just let me know when you manage to get your hands on them.
He deserved better than that.
You think I'm stupid? I saw the way he looked at you. You're gonna tell me that's nothing?
Swear we are.
He helped me out of a tight spot or two.
Soon, I'll graduate tonight and get to... on missions like this on my own. Lancer Captain Kells said it's gonna take a lot of hard work and discipline if I want to be as good as you.
Let's leave this dark hole of a city behind. We can be in Buenos Aires by tomorrow.
Oh, I want to believe you, I do, but never let us go.
Then we'll make our stand here.
Got it.
For each of us.
No. Oh, the line is, then we'll make our stand here. Two lovers together with a...
Nice.
Doesn't have a gun. Proctor Tegan just laughed
Why
at me.
can't I ever get that line?
I don't see why everyone isn't out to eradicate these abominations.
Yes.
I can't believe I was lucky enough to get this assignment. It's not every day they let us squires out into the field. Lancer Captain Kells said it's gonna take a lot of hard work and discipline if I want to be as good as you. I don't see why everyone isn't out to eradicate these abominations.
Progress on construction of the second wing of the vault is completely stalled. Once the premier area of the vault had been completed, funding seems to have been cut off. My supervisors have informed me that they haven't received payment from Mr. Parker, and Vault-Tec won't pay out of pocket to continue construction. I've repeatedly approached Ezra about the finances, but he keeps telling me that Mrs. Riggs hasn't transferred the funds. However, when I asked her, Juliana said that she had just given Ezra extra for the gold paint in the rooms. I've hired an investigator to look for signs of embezzlement in a few weeks.
Sounds like Ezra was embezzling from his investors.
Start live weapons training.
Well. If it isn't the long arm of the law, tell me, are you a devotee of the arts? Does that cruel muse call you to her entrapping bosom?
Art is life. Without it, we are no different than animals.
Dogs and elephants can put back to canvas. What is to say our every action is not a spastic death twitch of a creature that has not realized it is already dead? Come with me. Tell me, what does this piece say to you?
I don't know. It looks kind of like a face. That spot is the eye. The red blotch is its hair, and it's sticking its tongue out.
Indeed. This was the last piece I did in a series of portraits of Gilda. Number 1378. Her emotional landscape is superimposed on the portrait. The reality of the subject is distorted as the ego attempts to project itself. This way. Tell me, what does this one say to you?
It's the war. Bombs from every direction. No up or down. The world turned on its head.
I suppose in a way it must be. Art shapes the world, and the world shapes art in return. All art must therefore be constantly reborn through the lens of contextual and historic interpretation. We must ascend. And what about this one? And please be honest, for art without honesty is just politics.
It's a metaphor. A young creature grappling with ideas it doesn't possess the capability to understand.
Intriguing. The mind will superimpose meaning where none was intended. I had not considered it. Truth be told, this is my best-selling piece. I did this series under a pseudonym, of course. This series has made more money than any of my serious works. And I did the whole thing as a lark. What does that tell you about the value of art to the common man, huh? my fellow connoisseur of the art. Here to see my latest work?
Tell me about yourself.
What is there to tell? I am one of the premier artists in the world. My work is primarily in oil paint, but I have been known to do sculpture or performance art as well.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
The person you should be looking at is Juliana Riggs. That Philistine would not know art from her own excrement. She and Ezra had a rather dramatic fight recently. You could hear her banshee screeches all the way across the hotel.
What were Juliana and Ezra arguing about?
I don't know. I was painting at the time and I was trying to block it out. Though I bet Gilda probably heard them. Maybe you should check with her.
I think you should explain why you keep returning to the crime scene.
It's for inspiration, detective. The others do not like to think about it, but even we shall die someday. Like Prometheus's torch, it kindles within me the fire to create as much art as I can with the time that I have.
It sounds like you've done a lot of paintings of Gilda. Why her?
Our Gilda is a very singular creature, detective. Do you not see the joie de vivre from within her? I have never met another who clings to life so tenaciously, who lives so in the moment. I must admit I was quite smitten with her for a time.
You're still in love with Gilda, aren't you?
So what if I am? What business is it of yours? She deserves someone who truly understands her ephemeral beauty, not that brute actor.
Maybe later.
Good. I hope my paintings are able to open your mind to new possibilities.
Dr. Squire's gonna be so jealous when I get back.
Hello, Mr.
Hello, Detective. Did you need something?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
Oh, well, that's not really my field of expertise, but I'm sure there are probably some clues at the crime scene. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
I heard that Juliana and Ezra had an argument a few days before he was found dead. Tell me about that.
Well, I was in my lab at the time, so I didn't hear it. But Juliana has always been rather critical of Mr. Parker. I think she found something in the overseer's office. I wasn't listening when she told me about it. I kind of had my head in my research. I don't know, really. I try to let her handle all the money stuff. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Maybe later.
Very well. I'll just get back to my... Juliana... Yeah, Mr. Whiskers died last month. This is Scruffy. Remember?
Oh, of course. Silly me.
Just let me have a look at the neural interface matrix, and I'm sure I can clear that.
No.
Someday,
No, it's not that.
I want to be the best laser rifle shooter in the Brotherhood.
Probably something that got in when they sent Pearl out.
Oh, God. Not this again. Last month you were convinced you had the measles.
You're not a doctor. What would you even know about it? Besides, I think it may be malaria.
First of all, I am a doctor.
Yes, but not a real doctor. Robotics isn't an actual medical degree.
Secondly, I've told you time and again, you can't get sick inside the suit. It's not physically possible.
I know when I'm getting sick, Bert. Now why don't you just wander off and play in your lab? Mr. Scruffy and I are going to rewrite the will.
How many folks do you think could
He
fit
will
in
get
one of
everything
these?
when I die because horrible Bert didn't believe me.
Oh, God, Juliana.
Have fun,
Whatever.
dear.
I'm going to the lab.
Soon, I'll graduate tonight and get to take on things like this on my own.
Did you need something?
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, well, I'm a scientist. You've probably met my wife, Juliana, already. Not sure what else to say, really. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Tell me about your research.
Well, I was one of the leads on the team that created the first robo-brains, the precursors to our model. Most people don't find it all that interesting, and I'd rather not bore you. Was there something else, Detective?
I'd like to hear more about your research.
Oh, wonderful. No one else here really wants to talk about it. Functionally, this model is more or less the same as the previous versions I worked on, but without the neural inhibitor and the reconditioning. The voice modulator seems to have some minor issues interfacing with the neural matrix, which can add some moodiness. But that's easily solved with regular tune-ups. Was there something else, Detective?
Robo-brains have a voice modulator. Tell me about that.
That's what allows us to recreate our original voices. They can mimic any normal human voice, actually. I've speculated for some time that the issues we had with our recruited subjects is due to the brain attempting to preserve a sense of self. Maintaining our original voices helps reinforce the neural network, sort of like playing music for an Alzheimer patient. Was there something else, Detective?
I'd like to hear more about your research.
I'm afraid that's really all I should say about it. Was there...
Never mind.
Very well, I'll just get back to...
Uh-huh.
Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
I heard you had a big fight with Ezra a few days ago. Care to explain?
Oh, well, it wasn't that big a deal, really. He wanted more money to pay for repairs on the hotel. I wasn't feeling well that day and lashed out a bit at the poor man. I really should have listened to him more.
I found some evidence that Ezra was embezzling from you and the other investors.
Oh, well, I really don't believe that. Mr. Parker wouldn't do such a thing, I'm sure.
What's with all the junk in here?
These are our things. We're just waiting till the war blows over so we can bring them back to the mansion.
Maybe later.
Good luck catching the murderer, Detective. Hello, Detective. Did you have a question?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
If you ask me, it's one of those actors. Or that horrible painter. Their type is always the cause of violence.
Never mind.
Good luck catching the murderer, Detective.
After this, I can't wait till we start live weapons training.
Hello, Detective. Did you...
Someday, I want to
like
be
the
the best
brain
laser
enclosure
rifle
was
shooter in the Brotherhood.
Smashed.
Wish they let me have a gun. Proctor Teagan just laughed at me.
Hello again, Detective. Was there anything else?
I found the murder weapon.
Oh no. That's the bat from Mr. McKinney's movie. You don't think he could be involved, do you? I can't imagine him ever doing such a thing. Was there anything else?
Your residents are robots.
Not robots, Detective. Well, not exactly, anyway. I believe the term they use is robo-brain. Back before the war, the residents decided the best way to wait it out was to put their brains inside robotic chassis. Was there anything else?
Tell me about the victim.
Mr. Ezra Parker was the primary owner and financier for the hotel. He had vast experience managing venture projects around the world. It was his idea to have our premier clients become investors in the vault section of the hotel. He worked with Vault Tech to have this built to their every specification. Was there anything else?
I'm not sure where I should start.
I suppose you should try to figure out how he died, and then who had the means and motive to kill him. Once you have enough evidence, then I suppose you'll need to confront the killer. Was there anything else?
Never mind.
I'll be here should you need me.
Lancer Captain Kels
Protect
said it's gonna
and
take a lot of
serve.
hard work and discipline if I want to be as good as you. It's not every day that let squires out into the field.
Hello, Detective. Did you need something? Need to restock on hunting or fishing supplies?
Did you have any thoughts on the case?
I'm afraid not, Detective. Perhaps you'd better speak with Maxwell for that. Looking for a gift to bring back to that special someone?
What have you got?
Keepsakes, hunting equipment, and a variety of small... Forgot a personal item at home.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
All of our items have that rustic Maine feel.
thing for antiques, huh?
Other squires are gonna be so jealous when I get back.
Welcome to the Vault 118 gift shop. Looking for a gift to bring back to that special someone?
Protect and serve.
Hello, Detective. How can I help? Did you have questions about the case?
I found your baseball bat at the crime scene. Care to explain how it got there?
Someone is clearly trying to frame me for the murder. It's probably Santiago. You saw him skulking around the crime scene.
I found a love letter to Ezra in your room. Know anything about it?
I should have never written it. I just couldn't take it any longer.
Tell me about you and Ezra.
Oh God, I don't know. When we first met him, he was just so mysterious and exciting. It seemed like he had been everywhere and done everything. I convinced Gilda that we should invest in the hotel so I could stay close to him. But he never seemed to realize how I felt. I mean, we spent time together. Going hunting, having drinks, talking about his plans for the hotel. He must have known, but he never said anything. Do you have any idea what it's like to pine for someone for 200 years, Detective?
What were you and Gilda talking about when I walked in?
Oh, we were just rehearsing a scene. Nothing to worry about.
Tell me about yourself.
We went over this before, Detective. There's no motive.
Maybe you could give me a reason it couldn't be you.
I don't have to justify myself to you. There's no motive and you know it.
The motive doesn't matter. All the clues point to you.
This is bullshit. You're not the law.
Your funeral.
Hello, Detective. How can I help? Did you have questions?
I found a love letter to Ezra. Tell me about you and Ezra.
Oh God, I don't know. He must have.
What were you and Gilda? Uh-huh. Tell me about yourself.
We went over this before.
Sure. Maybe you could give...
I don't have to...
I don't know yet.
No, you won't, Detective.
After this, I can't wait till we start live weapons training.
Well, this is where that bat came from.
Hello, Detective.
Someday, I want to be the best rifle shooter in the world. It's not every day they let us squires out into the field. Other squires are gonna be so jealous when I get back.
Protect and serve. Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about...
Never mind.
Good luck catching the...
Must have cost a fortune to build a place like this.
I can't believe I was lucky enough to get this assignment. I don't see why everyone isn't out to eradicate these abominations. Soon, I'll graduate tonight and get to take on missions like this on my own.
Well now, if it isn't the brave detective, I haven't seen someone with a body like that in far, far too long.
You're not so bad yourself.
You should have seen me before all this. Red hair that was the envy of every girl and legs for days, darling. I'm sure you'd rather hear some of my stories from the silver screen rather than talk about that nasty murder business.
I must say, you're quite the actress.
What can I say? It just comes naturally. Surely you must be here for my salacious stories of the silver screen.
Have you ever done radio? Your voice is quite enchanting.
Well, darling, play your cards right, and maybe I'll whisper some sweet nothings in your ear. Care to hear some of my stories, Detective?
I must say, I've known flesh and blood girls who aren't half the woman you are.
Keep it up, Tiger, and we'll find out if you can handle how much woman I am. Care to hear some of my stories, Detective?
Why don't we grab a bottle of wine and go watch the sunset?
Sounds good, Detective.
You think anyone actually felt like they were at the beach?
That was great, Detective, but we probably shouldn't make a habit of this. Catch you later, Tiger. Hey there, Tiger. Here for more stories about my acting career, or something else?
Can you answer some questions.
Sure, darling. What did you need?
Apparently, Juliana had a big argument with Ezra a few days before he died. Did you happen to overhear any of the conversation?
Oh, yes. I haven't seen a woman go off like that since Teresa Dubois fired her costume designer. But to get back to your question, it was fever pitch, Detective. She had apparently gone to the Overseer's office to check on the state of things and found it in horrible disrepair. But, and this is where it gets interesting, it sounded like she found something that really set her off. Couldn't hear what, though. Did you need something else?
I found Keith's baseball bat at the scene of the murder. Any thoughts on how it got there?
I don't know, Detective. I can't really imagine Keith killing Ezra. Did you need something else?
I've gotten the impression you've had an affair with Santiago.
Look, I love Keith, I do. But sometimes he just can't give me the attention I need. A girl gets lonely, Detective. It only lasted a few dozen years. The man's a bit much, even for me. Did you need something else?
You need to come clean about Keith and Ezra.
Look, Detective, I've known about Keith and Ezra for a long time. We're both movie stars. It's just part of the life. Why would I be mad? Did you need something else?
What were you and Keith talking about when I came in?
Oh, that? We were rehearsing. Gotta stay sharp if we're going to rebuild Hollywood. But Keith always gets flustered when he's upset. Did you need something else?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
Well, it is a bit strange how obsessed Santiago has been with the murder. I mean, he's always been a bit obsessive, though. He did a whole series of paintings of me, hundreds. Said I was his muse. It was flattering for a while, but the man is a bit much, even for me. Did you need something else?
Tell me about yourself.
My favorite subject. Simply put, darling, I'm the greatest actress in the world. When this international scuffle blows over, I shall return to the silver screen and lead the world to a new golden age of cinema. Did you need something else?
Maybe later.
I'll be around, languishing from your inattention.
Lancer Captain Kels said it's gonna take a lot of hard work and discipline if I want to be as good as you. Wish they let me have a gun. Proctor Tegan just laughed at me.
Hello, Detective. How can I help? Did you have a question?
Protect and serve.
Hey there, Tiger.
Hello again, Detective. Was there anything else?
Hey there, Tiger.
I had some questions to ask.
Sure, darling.
Sure. Never mind.
I'll be around. Hey there, Tiger. Here for more.
All right.
Well, tonight. Did you need something else?
Never mind.
I'll be around.
After today, it's gonna be hard to go back to controlling the prison.
Protect and serve.
My fellow connoisseur of the...
Never mind.
Wish they'd let me have a gun. Proctor Tegan just laughed at me.
Hey there, Tiger.
Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
Rooster let me have a gun. Proctor Tegan is blacked out.
Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
Never mind.
Good luck catching the murderer, Detective.
After today, it's gonna be hard to get back to control the prison. After this, I can't wait till we start live weapons training. I don't see why everyone isn't out to eradicate these abominations. Someday, I want to be the best laser rifle shooter in the Brotherhood. Lancer Captain Kels said it's gonna take a lot of hard work and discipline if I want to be as good as you.
Who killed the lights?
Soon, I'll graduate tonight and this on my own.
You see a lot of folks at their worst in my line of work. Hard to not let it get to you sometimes.
Lancer Captain Kels said it's gonna take a lot of hard work and discipline if I want to be as good as you. Other squires gonna be so jealous when I get back. It's not every day they let us squires out into the field. I can't believe I was lucky enough to get this assignment.
protect, and serve.
I don't see why everyone isn't out to eradicate these
Red
abominations.
paint.
My fellow connoisseur.
I found red paint at the crime scene. Know anything about that?
No, actually. Ezra borrowed my last gun.
Right. Never mind.
Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
I think you're the real murderer.
That's just silly, Detective.
Ezra was embezzling your money. That's why you killed him and framed Keith.
You were so close, Detective.
It's a shame. I thought I could keep the ruse going a little longer. Oh, well. Had to end eventually, I suppose. This doesn't have to end in more violence, Detective. Just walk away. I'll leave, and you can tell them I escaped.
Ezra? You're alive.
Well, congratulations on catching up, Detective. Yes, I've been masquerading as Juliana for some time now.
What's it going to be, Detective? Join me in getting rich? Or die defending some outdated ideals?
Why did you kill Juliana?
I hadn't planned on it, but Juliana figured out what I was doing and had to be dealt with swiftly. I thought I could get a bit more money out of this place before making my escape.
Well, how is this going to go down?
Why did you kill Juliana?
I hadn't planned on it, but I thought I could get a...
Sure.
Well...
Right. Not a chance. Your murder spree stops here.
Then let us end this.
Anyone you walk away from.
Something sounded exciting, Detective.
After this, I can't wait till we start like weapons.
I found the killer. It was Ezra. He killed Juliana and took her place to hide his tracks.
My word! I never thought Mr. Parker was capable of something like this. What happened when you confronted him?
Turns out Robo-Brains can eat. And I served him up a heaping helping of justice.
Well, bravo, I suppose. Here you are, Detective. Payment for your services and a bonus for uncovering such a heinous plot. I don't think we could have done it without you. Hello there! Good day to you!
After today, it's gonna be hard to go back to patrolling the privy. other squires are gonna be so jealous when I get back.
Sir?
After today, it's gonna be hard to go back to patrolling the Prydwen. After this, I can't wait till we start live weapons training. Someday, I want to be the best laser rifle shooter in the Brotherhood. Someday, I want to be the best laser rifle shooter in the Brotherhood. Wish they'd let me have a gun. Proctor Tegan just laughed at me. I can't believe I was lucky enough to get this assignment. It's not every day they let the squires out in the field. Someday, I want to be the best laser rifle shooter in the Brotherhood. Lancer Captain Kells,
one way to get the pumping.
Hi there.
Amazing out there, sir.
You always this enthusiastic?
Golly, I guess so, sir.
War isn't a game, kid.
Sorry, sir. I'm just happy to be...
Gone for good.
Taking cover!
Wow.
After today, it's gonna be hard to go back to patrolling the prison.
What I would give for a genuine suit of power.
I wiped out the feral ghouls at the campground.
The hero of our saga returns triumphant. I bet the island didn't see that coming. It's only right you get paid for your troubles. Here's 200 caps for you.
So, who else needs to be avenged?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I've been thinking about what's next, and then it came to me. We all love our grandparents, don't we? Kind, gentle, doting, love to spoil you. You'd never want something awful to happen to them. Nobody would. That's why it broke my heart when I lost Grandpa George.
What happened to him?
He had a farm, little ways north of here. Lived a peaceful life. The island sent something after him. A huge monster. Mean as spit, and with claws to snap steel beams. A fog crawler. Grandpa bravely stood his ground. A shotgun in his hands, holding off that terror while the farmhands fled back here. If you can take out that shell-backed devil, it'll send a message loud and clear that says the Daltons never forget when they've been wrong.
That fog crawler's gonna pay for Grandpa George.
That's the spirit.
Mrs. Dalton.
You ask anyone in Far Harbor, they'll tell you Grandpa George...
Lost my home when the fog rolled in.
Hey there.
Then talk to Bertha. She was crazy.
Hey, Bertha.
No one talks to my brother, all right? I don't have time for mainlanders.
Do you have any super mutants on the mainland?